Neglecting homes. A woman who makes noise ceases to be respected.
She starts to be noticed.
What was that?
Nothing, Father.
Perhaps she only means that times are changing, Henry.
Changing indeed. I don't read ink in headlines to tell me that the country's gone mad. Men in Washington arguing. Women demanding seats at tables they've no business at.
What if women do win the vote?
If they get it, it will be because men allow it. Do not mistake permission for triumph.
Eleanor only wonders aloud, Henry. Curiosity is not rebellion.
Curiosity is the first step. Next come questions, and then defiance.
Thomas Hale stopped by today, Henry. He asked for Clara.
A fine young man. The Hales have never chased after nonsense nor scandal. Clara could do far worse.
He looked so disappointed she wasn't home.
She would do well to spend less time out and about, and more time at his side. Thomas could steady her, set her back on a proper path.
It's happened. It's been ratified. The amendment passed. Truly? We'll vote in the next election. No more waiting for men to speak for us.
After all these years.
Foolishness!
Foolishness? Father, women chain themselves to fences, starved in cells, shouted in the streets while the world mocked them. They earned this with their blood and their voices.
They disgraced themselves. A true woman finds honor in her home, not parading about like some kind of criminal.
This victory is not mine alone. It belongs to every woman. Mothers, daughters, widows, servants. But it means nothing if we do not use it. They will expect us to fail, to be timid, to stay home on election day, and if we do, if we shrink back, the men will point and say, "See, women do not care."
But Clara, the town will whisper. Women at the polls side by side with men? Some will say it's improper.
Let them whisper. Their words are only wind. But a vote, our vote, is stone. A voice that cannot be taken back.
And you mean to go?
To vote yourself? Not only myself. Every woman in this town. Every neighbor, every seamstress, every farmer's wife. I will knock on doors. I will gather them in halls. I will not rest until Fairfield women stand shoulder to shoulder at the polls.
You will drag this family into ruin. A daughter of mine, canvassing streets like some common agitator.
Better to be an agitator than a ghost. I would rather be scorned for speaking than praised for silence.
Good evening, Mrs. Whitman. Mr. Whitman. I hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all, Thomas. You are always welcome here.
Hell, a fine time to call.
I came to see how Clara fares.
She fares well. Enough.
For you.
Oh, how lovely. So thoughtful. Come, sit.
Do you think I do not hear, Clara? Do you think this house can bear the shame of your shouting? You will drive away Thomas himself with your radicalism. The Hales will
one door. Just one. If I can knock once, I can knock 100 times. Good evening, ma'am. My name's Claire Whitman. I come on behalf of Tuesday. My name's Claire Whitman, and I sound like a child. You marched, you shouted, you saw it won. Now prove it matters.
Good afternoon. Can I help you?
Afternoon, ma'am. Sorry for troubling you. My name's Claire Whitman. I'm speaking to women in town about the vote, now that it's ours to
The
claim.
vote. Miss, I don't think that concerns me. I work here. My days belong to this house. Let me go get Miss Harper.
No, not Miss Harper. You. That makes you no less a citizen. The law says that your name, your voice, your ballot matter just as much as anyone's.
Well, it's kind of you to say, but I'll be washing linens and scrubbing floors.
That's what they count on. That will be too busy, too polite, too tired. That will wait for permission, but if we wait, we'll wait forever.
You were fired, and you, Miss Whitman.
And let me share it. Together we can make Fairfield's women impossible to ignore.
Mary, what is this? Why are you idling at the door?
Ma'am, she was on.
What business have you here?
Clara Whitman, ma'am, I'm encouraging women in Fairfield to make use of the vote this November.
I know who you are, but filling my maid's head with nonsense. I will not have the help distracted from her duties by political chatter.
With respect, ma'am, Mary is not only help. She is a citizen, as you are.
Don't lecture me, girl. Women may have been handed the ballot, but it does not mean we ought to use it.
Ought not? What good is a right if it sits gathering dust?
The good is in order, in homes that run as they should, in women who do not forget themselves. A woman meddling in men's business is like a hen crowing at dawn, unnatural and unpleasant to hear.
Then let us be hen to crow, ma'am. For if we do not announce the dawn, who will know it has come?
Bold words for a Whitman daughter. Your family's name may shield you from disgrace. You'll make a laughing stock of this town.
Then let them laugh.
Enough! If I see you on this property again, I'll make sure your father hears of your antics. Good day.
One door at a time, a voice at a time. They cannot silence us all.
Clara Whitman, is that you?
Samuel Carter, I hardly recognized you, except for that book in your hand.
I've always had my nose in a book, haven't I? Some things never change.
And some things do. You're taller for one, and you don't have mud on your knees.
That's because I don't spend my days chasing creek minnows anymore. You used to beat me at it, you know.
I most certainly did not. I only remember you insisting that your stick boat was faster. Until it sank.
A tactical retreat, that's all it was.
Clara Whitman! Out sermonizing again? I do hope the town hasn't run out of porches for you to preach from. Samuel, folks say Clara's planning to gather crowds on election day. Imagine the chaos. Imagine what people will think of you keeping company with her.
People talk, Miss Agnes. Doesn't make it true.
True, but it does make things complicated. You really should be careful, Clara. The deputy is tired of complaints, and some of us like things quiet, and we know how to keep them that way. Good day.
You've been busy. I've seen you up and down Main Street knocking on doors like the town crier. What's in the satchel? Sermons?
Pamphlets, encouragements, reminders that women must vote this November.
Ah, so the rumors are true. Clara Whitman is Fairfield's suffrage crusader.
If speaking to women about the right that they bled for makes me a crusader, then yes.
And how has Fairfield received its crusader?
With slam doors, stern lectures, and polite nods.
And yet, you keep at it.
Would you have me stop?
No, I only wonder. Does it ever bother you bearing the scorn of half the town?
Half? More like the entire town. Of course, it tires me, but tired women won us this right. If I rest, what was their struggle for?
You sound just the same as when we were kids, arguing with the boys, refusing to lose.
Perhaps I've grown stubborn instead of wise.
Or perhaps you've grown brave.
Samuel, you don't speak like most men I know.
Perhaps most men you know are afraid to admit when they're wrong.
Wrong about what?
About women. About who carries this town on their shoulders. You see, my mother kept our farm alive when my father was away. And my sister tutors half the street. And yet, come November, if it weren't for that law, they'd have no say. Now tell me how that was ever just.
You believe in the vote for women?
I always have, but I've learned that it's better to keep one's tongue still in certain company.
All this time, I thought I was just shouting into the wind.
Not the wind. Some of us were listening.
And you think I'm right? That women must vote?
I think if women stay home now after all that has been won, that will be the greatest tragedy of all.
I don't know what that means to hear you say.
Then let me say it again, so you never forget. I believe you, Clara, and I'll stand beside you.
Not to speak for me.
Never. Only to echo. A chorus is harder to silence than a solo.
Then it's settled. One woman at a time, one door at a time. We'll make Fairfield's women believe their voices matter.
Mr. Whitman, it's been some time.
Samuel Carter, I see the university hasn't made you forget your manners.
Hardly, sir. My father always said Henry Whitman's words hold like iron.
And tell me, what word has my daughter been filling your ears with today?
Only that Fairfield is changing. And perhaps not for the worst.
Best watch the company you keep, Samuel.
Clara, pleasure to see you. Good day, sir.
Good day. Do you think I do not hear Clara? First shouting in streets, now parading about like some sideshow radical.
I am not parading, I am persuading. Encouraging women to claim what is rightfully theirs.
And in the process, you disgrace this family. Do you not see, Clara? The Whitman name has stood for honor in this town for generations. And you would drag it through the mud for politics?
What honor is there in silence? What pride is there in watching the world change what we see?
Enough! You sound like a fanatic for shouting on porches, not parading about with boys who want to know better. Have you no shame?
No, Father. I have no shame in demanding to be heard. The real shame lies with those who cover their ears.
If you continue down this path, Clara, you will not only ruin yourself, you will ruin us all. Remember that.
One voice at a time. Even if my mine must be the first.
It feels good to sit together. I swear, with all the changes in the world, I hardly recognize Fairfield these days.
Change is not always improvement, though. Sometimes it only unsettles what was steady.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes it stirs what was stagnant. A little stirring isn't so bad.
Unless the stirring is done by someone who loves the sound of her own voice.
If by stirring you mean reminding women they have a new right, then yes, Clara has.
A right doesn't mean a calling, Helen. Some of us don't feel the need to shout it for every doorstep in Fairfield.
Or like a politician.
Respectability is precious. Once lost, it is hard to regain.
Respectability won us nothing. Courage did.
Oh, Clara dear, no one doubts your enthusiasm, but must you parade it around like some traveling circus? People talk, you know.
Let them. Their whispers don't frighten me.
You don't seem frightened much of anything. Least of all how you embarrass your family.
Agnes, enough!
What? I was only saying what everyone else was thinking.
I wish I had your courage, Clara. My voice feels so small next to yours.
Your voice is yours. That's enough.
Then I suppose it's time I start using it.
Clara! What up, Thomas?
What up, Thomas?
Only that he's devoted to you, and you repay him by running about town shouting at strangers. I mean, most men prefer a wife who knows when to sit down.
Thomas Hale is a good man.
And handsome.
And yet you can't decide whether or not your soapbox means more to you than he does. Really, Clara, you might want to think about what future you could just be throwing away.
Wedding cannot replace a voice.
And a voice won't keep you warm at night. But perhaps speeches will. You've certainly given enough of them.
If speaking for justice makes me foolish, then let me be the greatest fool Fairfield's ever known.
Congratulations, you already are. You were brutal today. Someone needs to stop Clara before she drags the rest of us into her tornado of trouble.
You really think she'll sway people?
Not if I have anything to say about it. I've already told Mrs. Harper, Mrs. Jennings, and half the church women not to entertain her nonsense. This town doesn't need Clara Whitman leading a revolt.
You think she'll give up?
Not yet, but everyone breaks eventually. And if she won't do it on her own, well, there's a few ways to make a girl quiet down. Watch this. Clara, I brought this for your mother. She mentioned she hasn't seen you home much lately. Too many porches to patrol, I suppose.
Leave it on the step.
Clara, people worry, you know. Girls who spend so much time opening doors might find fewer doors to open in her future. And fewer suitors.
You don't have to stand there and let her talk about you like that.
I've weathered worse than Agnes.
Maybe. But next time, she won't be the only one talking. I'm done sitting quietly while she sharpens her tongue.
Clara, I've been looking for you all day.
Something wrong?
People have been talking. My parents, they've been asking questions.
About me or about the women I've been speaking to?
Both. And Agnes hasn't helped. She's been in half the houses on our street today. Look, I tried to defend you. I always try. But it's become...
Thomas, if you have something to say, say it.
Not here. Please, let's walk. Let's talk.
Thomas, I have a lot to...
Wait. Do you remember when we walked home from the harvest dance last autumn? And you said to me that you wanted to live a life full of living and that you wanted to stand for something?
I remember.
And then I said to you, you already stand tall enough to shame the rest of us. I meant it then, Clara. I still do. But I also remember telling you that I wanted a wife who'd share a quiet life, a steady home, a family with no scandals, no whispers. That hasn't changed. Clara, I love you, but my father has said no Hale has ever married a woman who courts controversy. My mother, she prays daily you'll come to your senses.
And what do you say, Thomas? Is it only their voices you hear?
I hear yours, Clara. Always yours. But I hear theirs too. And their voices, they carry weight. Our name in this town is respected. If I were to stand beside you now, I'd risk pulling them into disgrace.
And you ask me to choose. To give up my voice, my cause, my very self to appease you.
I ask you to choose us. To choose love. Isn't that enough?
Love that demands silence is no love at all.
Clara, please. I can't bear the thought of losing you. But I can't walk the path you're on. I don't share your fire. I wish I did.
Then perhaps this is where our paths part. I will not abandon the women of Fairfield. And I will not abandon myself.
You make it sound so simple. As if it's only courage that keeps us apart. But it's more than that, Clara. It's families, reputations, the very fabric of this town. For God's sakes, just look at me! I don't know how much longer I can stand here, torn in two. God help me, Clara. You make it so very hard to love you.
Love may falter, but the cause must not.
I can't believe we're doing this. Door to door like peddlers? What if they slam the door in our faces?
take time to grow. And you planted one.
Well, Fairfield's little army marches on. Do be careful. People might mistake you for agitators.
Good morning, Agnes.
Morning? Hardly. Mrs. Carter said you woke her baby this morning with all your noble knocking. And Mrs. Finch said she felt pressured, Clara, by your pamphlet.
We didn't pressure anyone.
And you, Samuel Carter, walking around with two women handing out flyers. Folks already talk. No need to give them material.
Not concerned with gossip.
You should be. The deputy certainly was when I spoke with him this morning.
You spoke with the deputy?
You didn't mention Agnes. You stirred it. You always do.
Oh, I merely mentioned that there were certain people stirring unrest. Sure, he came to his own conclusions. And look at you, Helen. Finally found yourself a spine.
I had one all along. I'm just tired of watching you poke at Clara and call it concern.
Let her call me. One meddling voice won't stop us.
Good evening, ma'am. I'm Samuel Carter, and
You again. Stirring up unrest in decent homes.
Not unrest, justice.
Justice is keeping to your place. If I hear you riled up my neighbors again, I'll make sure the deputy hears of this.
but, ma'am,
One angry door won't stop us.
For myself and for my sister. Thank you.
Clara,
Miss Whitman, I've had complaints. Folks say you're disturbing the peace.
speaking to women about their rights is no disturbance.
The law doesn't see it that way. Solicitation, gathering crowds, and inciting unrest. You'll have to come with me.
With you, but we've done nothing wrong.
sir, if there's blame, take me too. I've handed out pamphlets as well.
Orders are clear, Miss Whitman alone.
Sir, this isn't justice, it's fear. She's broken no law, only the silence you're used to.
Step aside, Miss.
No! If you take Clara, you take what's right. You can drag her away, but you can't arrest an idea.
Let them take me. A voice still echoes in a jail cell.
She'll be all right.
She has to be. And until she is, I'll keep going. I'll knock every door in Fairfield myself if I have to.
They think these bars can hold me. That stone and iron will smother my voice. But listen, do you hear it? Even in silence it echoes. A single voice, refusing to bow, refusing to break. They tell me to hush, to sit, to fold myself into a corner. But the world is not changed by women who hide. A vote won and left unused is no victory at all. It is a hollow crown, a treasure locked away, a fling left to die in its own smoke. If I must be mocked, let me be mocked. If I must be dragged from porches, through streets, from these very doors, then let them drag me. For I would rather bear the weight of chains than the shame of silence.
This is where your rebellion leads. Locked doors, strangers, pointing, shame.
Shame speech.
I spoke with the deputy. Someone had to put a stop to your antics.
You had me arrested. Your own daughter.
Clara,
You were a part of this?
your father convinced me. He said it would protect you. Protect us.
By caging me? By teaching me that love is just a quieter kind of prison?
Clara, a vote will not keep you safe. A husband will.
Not one who fears my voice.
Clara! You're free. I spoke with the judge and he said that the charges would not hold.
I'm free? Thank you, Samuel.
He only pushed at the stones that men like your father and Thomas set in your path.
If my voice is loud enough to frighten them, then it's worth being silenced.
Clara, please.
Let them watch. Let them see what disgrace looks like when it carries a ballot.